Good morning. I just got back from running, so I apologize for the crazy hair. I just wanted to go over my tutor planning for Cycle 3, Week 4. In Thailand, we have early Native Americans, and just so you know that the beginning of this song should start out with 1000 BC, 1000 BC. Early Native Americans, Israel divides into two kingdoms, you can't say it, Homer and Hesiod, Rome founded by Romulus and Remus. Israel falls to Assyria. Assyria falls to Babylon, Lao Tzu, Confucius, and Buddha. So those you can find on CC Connected. For the Latin verbs, I'm going to go Latin verbs, and I have erat, was. So I'm going to point behind me since it was. Erat, was. Sunt, are. Est, is. Wenit, came. So I'm going to have both of my hands go to the other side, like wenit, came. Perhibirit is bear, but it's not like the animal bear. It's like the verb. So I'm going to put my hands on my shoulders like I'm carrying a heavy load. Perhibirit, bear, and crederent, believe. Point to your temple and then point up. For history, it's tell me about the Declaration of Independence. So in 1776, the Continental Congress published the Declaration of Independence in Philadelphia, announcing the colonists' intent to form a new nation, and it goes with timeline card 108. So for declaration, index fingers of both hands touch your mouth and go out. So the Declaration of Independence, it's an I by your body that moves away from the body. For Continental Congress, I would make a C, like a C type of law. This is the real Congress, but for probably a younger class, since they do some laws, I'd probably do the law like the Babylonian law. And then I repeat Declaration of Independence, announcing a new nation. And since the new nation was America, I would use the timeline motion from America. For English, we have verb principal parts. So I would say verb and then principal parts, since we're the parts of the verb. So we have the infinitive. So I would do the infinitive sign like I've done before. And then present, for the present, I would do the timeline motion. I can't seem to get in my timeline motion for present. Past, toss it past behind you. Then you have present participle because it adds the ing, and then past participle because that's the ed. And for math, the 7s and the 8s, those are fun. And for science, what are the 3 parts of the nervous system? So I'd probably be wiggly. So for nervous system, I might wiggle outside since it comes off the spine, wiggling away out into the body. But I'd say brain, spinal cord, kind of like my spinal cord is touch the spinal cord and then come away from it because it has the little pieces coming off. And then nerves, just like we did in week 1 or 2, I can't remember. States and capitals, Atlanta, Georgia, and again, the geography lady does a really good job on this. Atlanta, Georgia slides down on one side to the Gulf. Tallahassee, Florida loops right underneath of it. Montgomery, Alabama, she said make an M for Montgomery. Just the little bottom part touches the Gulf of Mexico. Jackson, Mississippi, again, it just touches a little bit. And then Baton Rouge, Louisiana, she said a little finger of Louisiana points into the Gulf of Mexico. So I just really love all of her stuff that she comes up with. And I think that's all I wrote down for the 7 subjects, and I'll include art and hands-on science in my notes. And there's a really fun, this week is abstract, and so for older kids, an idea that you could do is they have a grid from Drawing with Children. I think it's page 270. I'd have to go look. I'll put it in my notes. And then you ask them a question like, tell me about Columbus. And if they get it right, you say, okay, fill in square you have specific instructions for which one to fill in, and then at the end of answering review questions and filling in this grid, they have a really cool abstract piece of art. So I'll include that as well in my notes. Thanks. Bye.